Hey guys, how is it going? Hope you're doing great. Welcome back to another episode of StarkStream. Sorry if we didn't manage to do the early week edition on Tuesday because I was a bit sick. So basically today, instead of doing a late week edition, we are doing a weekly recap. Basically, so we are going to pick some of the most important news that's happened on this very busy Starknet week. So let's start with an overview of the total value locked on Starknet, which is around 140 millions. And if we have a look at the L2bit chart, we can see that we are stable on the seventh position, and we like a bit down in terms of total value locked in the week, so less than 12%. And I think it is still due to that kind of airdrop page leakage that happened a couple of weeks ago, where we saw some, I guess also many airdrop hunters, leaving Starknet to farm on other chains. And obviously it is something that it takes a while before we manage to, I suppose, to attract more volume and more liquidity. But during this episode, we'll also be speaking about some new initiatives that are being taken in order also to attract developers and users as well. So let's start with the news. First of all, let me see if there are some comments. So there are some comments in Chinese. And there's Carlos. Hello, Carlos. Hello, Kodawari. So guys, let's start with a fun take, actually. So most of you must know that yesterday there was a huge I would say a phishing attempt by some hackers that they found a bug. Some hackers found a bug in on the Ledger Connect framework. I don't know very well the details, but basically many dApps that that you would use could force you into signing obviously could force you into signing some malicious message, and that would result in in losing your funds also from your ledger, because you would sign the transaction thinking of the fact that you are using the DApp, but instead you're being redirected by some hackers, some scammers. So be very careful. I don't know the latest developments around this matter, but for the greatest part of yesterday evening, there was a sort of a quarantine, Web3 quarantine, and basically, the one of the few ecosystems that wasn't untouched by this was Starknet, because as you know, for the time being, we don't have a direct direct interaction with Ledger, not like with MetaMask, right? So there are pros and cons regarding that, but yesterday we had some sort of of revenge. That basically the Starknet wallet framework was untouched, because we have our own wallets, our own wallet framework, and also the Starknet native account abstraction is more resilient to this kind of attacks. So hopefully also the MetaMask snap, the MetaMask Starknet snap that is being built, will also be built in a safe way, that these things could be avoided, and or at least tackled. So it was. I really like this meme by Antoine, ecosystem leader at the Argent Wallet, and transacting on Starknet while the rest of Web3 is quarantined, because Ledger issued a message advising, multiple dApps and wallets advised the whole community not to transact, not to be active on chain for the whole for the second half of yesterday. And I don't know the latest developments. Hopefully it is everything has been sorted out, but this was a fun take about that. And then let's start our series of news regarding Starknet. In this week we saw the beginning of the Code Arena's base camp, which is a 1 week intense course to learn about Starknet infrastructure and the Cairo programming language, and basically consists of 3 lessons. The first one took place actually the first 2 took place during this week, and the next one will be taking place on Tuesday. And unfortunately, most of the course have been done, but you can still sign up for the last session of the Code Arena's base camp. So have a look at the article explaining the base camp, and sign up for the last session, and maybe you'll be able also to attend their next base camp as well. Let me attach this on the comment section. Drink a bit. So, hey everyone, hello Clodok, hello Andrew. When Stark, I'm dying to wait. When Stark, the question that everybody is asking for. And you'll also find a link to the Code Arena's base camp. Then moving to a very interesting news regarding the ARC project, which is a NFT infrastructure project, and they're about to release their NFT API, and they've been working on this for a while already, and it should be. I think you can already sign up for a testing phase if you're interested in the product. So have a look at the at their article, and you can request some private access and test it. Okay, so then staying in the infrastructure realms, we can see that the Giza uh, AI, AI related protocol is working with frameworks to leverage the power of AI into DeFi. So to let to create machine learning models that would help protocols to offer the best yields possible. So I find this very fascinating, and the potential of AI on blockchain is endless. And the guys at Giza, they're working very hard. They released the Orion framework to build machine learning models using Cairo, and there are a lot of experimentations going forward with that, and yeah, it is very promising. And I would suggest you to read their article about this experimentation that they're bringing forward regarding AI and DeFi. And it is very technical, so I won't go through that right now. But if you're a DeFi founder, DeFi degen, this should be for you. And yeah, if you're a founder of a DeFi protocol, you could also get in touch with the guys at Giza, and see if there are possibility to make some experiments with your own protocol. Okay, then there is a news about ZKX, the derivatives, the decentralized the derivatives protocol, and they announced the beginning of their DAO contributors program. So they've been working also on creating a DAO behind their protocol, and yeah, they're starting to assemble to gather contributors. And if you're interested, you can apply for it here in the in the application form. They say that also there are different flexible offers depending on your on your schedule. And but as far as I understand, this means that you still have to put considerable amount of work into this into working for the DAO, for the ZKX DAO. I think this is something different than contributors program and ambassadors program. Okay. But yeah, I will have a look at that in the coming days. But basically, you can apply through the article they released, and then you will be having an interview with the ZKX core team. And if you're eligible, you will be starting working, with the first group building, building the ZKX DAO, which is also going to be one of the first DAOs built on Starknet, and this is very cool. One of many, I hope. And yeah, so gonna leave the. Yeah, perps will be big on Starknet. Absolutely. Yeah, ZKX. I know them. They've been working on their protocol for almost 2 years, and they're also targeting um, traders who currently use centralized exchanges, which is a very huge market. And protocols like ZKX could help Starknet attract people who are not used to decentralized to decentralized trading options and protocols overall. So this is very cool. We're also seeing with Paradex, which is the first, which has been the first app chain being built on top of Starknet. and they are, they are also a derivatives protocol. They're making quite a big amount of volume. And yeah, obviously there are in that case there are some centralized parameters. And yeah, but overall this is a good innovation in terms of DeFi. And staying in the DeFi sector, like Avenue introduced the safe and degen modes at Avenue. So what does that mean? Basically, if you choose the safe mode, they are basically uh, showing. They are going to show only pools that are recommended by them. There are pools that that can't be rugged so easily. But then, if you want to adventure yourself in a like in more speculative and risky bets, let's call them like that. And you can use like the degen mode, and you'll be able to interact and to trade, to swap any kind of tokens. And I think this is a sort of measure being taken also by Avenue, because if some of you might know that there is a sort of mini meme coins wave on Starknet. And so like you should be very careful in interacting with that. Obviously it's gambling, so it's legit in the sense that humans have a natural attraction for that, but you should be aware of the risks, of course. And another measure that has been taken, somebody that another thing that could be mentioned in about this kind of meme coins wave, is that the exploration team from Starkware decided to start creating a framework that would basically lock the an amount of liquidity of those tokens for a length of time, so that they can't be rugged so easily. And so it's called a framework for building safer meme coins. Obviously, the term safe is such a big word when you speak about coins that that are just for gambling. Basically, it's only gambling. So um, you know safe and safer are big words, but still, basically this framework is very cool because it also allows you to screen the coins, and yeah, it allows you to screen the coins, and to see if there are some some sirens, some some warnings that lets you know that this coin could be easily rugged. However, when we speak about meme coins, this doesn't mean that this won't make this kind of practice safer, in the sense that these are currencies and coins that can be very manipulated very easily. So be really careful when dealing with that. Obviously, we don't cover meme coins on these high quality formats. So yeah, let's move to yeah. Let me see some comments. I don't know if you want to speak a bit more about in the title I posted earlier. I said to degen or no, to meme degen or not to degen, in the sense that yeah, there could be a lot of discussion being done around the meme coins topic. Also moral discussion, stuff like that. But still, everyone is free to do whatever they want, as far as they're responsible for it. And but honestly speaking, I would prefer to see this kind of speculative waves happening at a more mature level, in the Starknet ecosystem, because we don't even have our, the ecosystem coin yet, and this kind of ways could be very very risky also for people who move their first steps on Starknet. So we need to be careful about that. But yeah, shifting to the comments actually. So meme coins is a wide word. It is. Hello, Ben. Hello, Starkians. Hey, how are you doing, my friend? So, yeah, speaking about more like fundamental driven stuff, that are the things that we like the most. The Starknet Foundation announced Devonomics, which is a program for developers, and basically together with Starkware, they are basically creating this program where they will be rewarding developers with a very big percentage of all Starknet fees that have been generated on Starknet since launch, and till the month of November, till the 30th of November. So we're talking about almost like almost 2 years of fees, which is like the 10% of all fees, which is in numbers like 1,600 ETH, that will be distributed to developers. These are very cool initiatives, and I think it will be like retroactive, I suppose, for builders that have built, or maybe a part of it will be also allocated for devs who will onboard into Starknet very soon. And you can have a look at the article from the Starknet official website talking about it. And yeah, TLDR, the Starknet Foundation, in collaboration with Starkware, is launching Devonomics, an experimental pilot program that puts Starknet developers first by rewarding and empowering them. So Devonomics is initially allocating over 1,600 ETH, $3.5 million at the time of publication, constituting 10% of all transaction fees accumulated until November the 30th, 2023. So the program runs through a transparent and inclusive distribution process unique to Ethereum's L2 landscape. The end goal of Devonomics is to bolster developer participation in decision-making and the future operation of Starknet. So very cool. Looking forward to seeing this program being unfolded by the foundation. And yeah. So then during this week, we also saw the Starknet version 0.13 being deployed on testnet. And so this version focuses on two aspects. It lays the groundwork for a new transaction version, V3, and it will facilitate a significant reduction to transaction fees, so which is very cool. And yeah, V3 transactions, what are they? They're transactions that will facilitate fee payments in Starknet's native token, Stark, once it becomes transferable. Fee payments in Starknet will come in addition to Ether, the token with which users have paid fees until now. And then regarding transaction fee reduction, so this version will also include some transaction fee reductions. So like issuing Cairo steps and built-in will cost 50% less for developers. And also like L1 data availability will become cheaper, like 10%, I suppose 10% cheaper across the board for the data availability. And then constant 240 gas discount per transaction, plus 312 gas discount per every contract changed. So these are details that are very important for devs that will be building on Starknet, and they will find the network definitely easier from the launch on the mainnet deployment of this version on. So we're really looking forward to this one. And obviously, you know, we also have some dates regarding the mainnet deployment of such version, and it should happen, in the early January, as we can see from from this like announcement from Devon Matz, who's a governance consultant for the foundation, and yeah, basically he like yeah, he spoke about he wrote about a roadmap about integrating this Starknet alpha version. So basically, as we saw, it was deployed on the Goerli testnet this week, and also on Sepolia, on the Sepolia testnet, and on the 10th of January there should be the mainnet deployments, and before that actually there will be a voting period for that. So there will be a votation to deploy the token, and yeah, this involves the governance aspect of Starknet. It was a while that there wasn't a vote about deploying a specific version on the mainnet, and that's coming back on the voting period, test voting period between the 1st and 3rd of January. Then there will be the voting period that will last 5 days between the 4th of January till the 8th, and then there will be a 1 day freeze period in order to allow core devs to deploy the version on mainnet, provided the four motion vote wins. But obviously, it is pretty granted, and yeah. So basically, on the 10th of January, we should have this new version that will make Starknet cheaper, faster, and yeah, and more performing. So really looking forward to that. And also through these announcements, we can also go through the new governance hub. But before moving to that, let's have a look at the comments. Actually, I will have a short break, and I will be right back. Okay. So, guys, we're back. Thanks a lot for your patience. And yeah, let's continue our Stark stream. Yeah, as ClockDoc wrote, incentive for devs is very important. It's give them the will to work with Cairo. I agree with you, as long it is done in a sustainable way. because at the same time, there are not only airdrop hunters, but also like also some devs that could take advantage of these programs, but at the same time maybe they wouldn't be productive. So we need to make sure that whoever is eligible for this deserves it, right? Because otherwise it will be just wasted funds. This is what I think. And and what else? So in the future, we can choose to pay the fees between Stark and ETH. Exactly. Yeah, there will be a. I heard about like it's called Paymaster, which is I don't know, a function. Or, I mean, it is a framework that allows you uh, to also pay. If I remember well, it will allow you to pay with any tokens. Um, but yeah, maybe I don't know the details of it. Maybe using Stark will be a bit cheaper. I don't know that yet, but yeah, maybe I'll research that in the coming days. So RK0 Gaming, hello, welcome. How are you, New Star? Doing great, thanks a lot. So let's continue. We got to the point that we have to give a look at the cool, I really like this, at the cool Starknet governance hub. I congratulate on everybody who worked on this because it is very, very clean. I love it. It's something we need. And basically this is the Starknet governance hub, from where you will be from where the delegates will be voting on votes, and token holders will be voting on votes, and also discussing proposals, issuing proposals, and all this kind of governance activity. This will be the Senate of Starknet, basically. And this is very cool. I really love governance, and it is a topic that I find very fascinating. And yeah, there's also a very cool. Let me see if I found it. If I find it, there's like a very cool learn section written by the technical writer of Starkware, Subi, and it is a very good one. And by reading this, you will learn a lot about governance, about Starknet governance, and also how to use the this platform, this hub, and so on. So yeah, we can scroll a bit. So there's Starknet's mission and core values. Starknet's mission is to allow individuals to freely implement and use any social function they desire. So this is a quote taken from the proposal for a Starknet vision, written by Eli Ben Sasson, co-founder of Starkware, and one of the scientists who created ZK Stark's proofs. And yeah, Starknet journeys towards decentralization, all the steps that the Starknet protocol have taken and have to take in order to achieve a very good level of decentralization. The role of the Starknet Foundation. Let me do like this. Actually, the Starknet Governance Committee. So the Starknet Foundation established a governance committee to plan and orchestrate the initial phase of defining Starknet's governance mechanism. The committee, together with various contributors from the Starknet ecosystem, formulated this plan, and the foundation board approved it. There are active discussions on the community forum about implementing the next phases of governance and the right way to develop the various mechanisms. Everyone is warmly invited to participate in these discussions and be a part of the design process. The committee members are Devon Matthews from Nethermind, Manuel Barelli from Starkware, and Sil Chavez from Brick. Please feel free to contact the committee members if you have any questions about governance on Starknet. Then also there's a view about Starknet's progressive governance, so the different phases of governance, how to vote. how to delegate your voting power, how to add a delegate profile to become a delegate. Because obviously, if we scroll down this hub, governance hub, we'll find the delegates, right? And once the Starknet token gets released, token holders will be able to to delegate their voting power, not their tokens. So basically, they're not handling their tokens; they're just delegating the voting power associated with that, and they can choose their own delegates, and these delegates will have a careful look at all the proposals being that have to be voted, and yeah, they'll try their best, to do the interest of Starknet, and yeah. So I'm also sorry guys, I'm also like one of the delegates. So once the token is out, you can also choose me as your delegate, and yeah. So we're still at an early stage. Let's see how these governance related matters unfold once the Starknet token is released. So hello Lagerbart, hey, how are you doing? Hello Yo-Yo Stark. Hello Lager. Already mentioned. Sorry guys, I'm still at at my first steps dealing with streams. Hello, hello Dove. How are you doing? So there are some questions. Let me see. Yeah, can you give us the URL? Of course. Thanks a lot for reminding me of that, Clodoc. So you find the link to the governance hub in the comment section. Hello, Raquel. Hi, how are you doing? We were actually in the same Twitter space yesterday about the Starknet scene in Uganda. I was invited by one of the organizers, and we discussed a lot of very cool things about the potential of Starknet and blockchain in Africa. Hello, Hoak. How are you doing? GM. So there was actually another. Okay, yeah. A bit late, but what did you mean by voting on the token deployment? Isn't the token already deployed? Yeah, that is a very cool question, actually. So basically, for example, let's take here. You can see that even so, there's no Starknet token circulating yet. You can see that I have a voting power of 4 millions, around 4 millions Starknet tokens. What does that mean? Basically, this voting power is related to tokens that are owned by the foundation. And in order to allow for votations to happen during all these months, right? Because there were like 4 votes, if I remember well, up to now, and obviously to allow for votations on these, on the deployment of the previous versions of Starknet, they had to delegate some voting power, right? So the foundation delegated this power to some personalities and founders in the space, and we were able to vote on on these proposals. And this is the same thing that will be happening in at early January. So we'll be using this voting power. So obviously, for the time being, the amount of delegates that will be able to vote on these pre-token versions is limited, obviously, for obvious reasons. But then once the token is out, everybody could be eligible for as a delegate, Starknet delegate, and people could delegate their Starknet token, the voting power of their Starknet tokens to anyone they want. So I hope the question was answered properly. So we're moving to the final part of our StarkStream. Let me know how you're feeling. Another cool thing that I noticed from this hub, that there's also a section about like community links, and from here you can basically reach out to the Starknet community forum, to the governance blog posts, to the Starknet IO official page, and to the Starknet Discord. Obviously, be careful, like, because there could be some scammers impersonating this kind of page in the near future. So be really careful. So governance.starknet.io is the official page. Hey Hoke, yeah, how was your yet another bridge experience? Yeah, actually, if I remember well, I put it. Yeah, here it is. It was in the list. No worries, Wawak. Yeah, it definitely deserves some coverage, because yesterday I so like I did this tutorial about the yet another bridge, which is a bridge being developed by Green Labs. They are the guys. There are a project being incubated by Lambda class, and they're building yet another swap, which is an AMM. They're building yet another bridge, and they're also building yet another wallet. And yeah, yesterday, they were so kind to provide me with the test the test version of their bridge, and basically I made a clip out of it, and it was really smooth, I must say. Let's have a look at the clip. I don't know if you'll be able to listen to the music as well. So guys, it was really smooth. I was impressed, to be honest. Like, for the time being, this bridge is only on or is running on testnet. But actually, it took like 20 seconds, around 20 seconds total action time to perform an off-bridging action from Starknet into the Ethereum L1. And they are building this bridge with the collaboration of the Herodotus dev team that are building storage proofs on Starknet, and it was a really smooth. And if they manage to keep this kind of very fast action time also on mainnet, it's gonna be mind blowing. And if you want to find out more about the yet another bridge, I just attached their thread where they explain explain a bit more about this bridge. And yeah, this bridge is as they say, it is kind of special. They're building it with the Herodotus dev team, and they claim that it's going to be the fastest, cheapest, and most secure solution in Starknet. So let's have a look at how it works. So basically, users just want to send an asset in Starknet and receive the same asset in another chain. It should only take one simple action from them. We are offering them this experience, but without them having to trust the bridge or any middleman, as it happens up to now. So how does it work? This is a bit more complicated tech stuff. But behind the scenes, Yab will have multiple market makers fulfilling the user intentions to bridge in exchange for a fee. The main question is, how can we prove the market maker sent the money to the user? This is where storage proofs come into play, and this is the full this a chart about the you know the whole process. It's a bit scaring for non-tech people like me, but this is how it works, how they're building it, and must say it is really promising. Let's see when it will deploy on mainnet, but so far so good. So let's come to the final part, of today's session, and I wanted to highlight the fact that I'm holding, together with my team and with some collaborators, we are holding two holiday seasons parties next week. One is in Spanish for the Hablando de Starknet and also Jueves de Cairo community and the Spanish-speaking community. And we are holding, a special holiday edition, which is going to be divided into parts. The first part will be a traditional Blando de Starknet episode, where we'll be speaking about Yas and Yab and Yao. So about the products being developed by Grain Labs, and then in the second part we'll be having a sort of Christmas party with some personality from the Spanish-speaking community. Most of them are from the Jueves de Cairo community, the first the Hablando de Starknet, not Hablando de Starknet, the Starknet test, Starknet Español community, which was the first Spanish-speaking community on Starknet. They've been doing a great job in advocating about Starknet in Spanish-speaking countries, and this is a good way to celebrate all our efforts in about these very fascinating regional markets. And then staying in the same topic, the second Christmas, the second holiday edition party that we are doing is going to be a StarkStream session, so a bit more informal, but actually we'll be also I'll be distributing some gifts. There will be a cool Spock, and also a giveaway where I'll be giving away some two bricks set. One is a Christmas tree set, and the other one is a spaceship from the first brick NFT collection that was launched last year. Sorry, at the beginning of this year, and yeah. So if you want to have some fun and to also to listen to some considerations about the past year and some views about the next year, feel free to come. There's going also to be open doors for projects and personalities from the Starknet space. So if you're one of them and you would like to come to jump in and say hello and speak about your also your project's visions, stuff like that, just DM and let me see what I can do. And yeah, to participate in the raffle, you need to like and retweet this post, follow us on X if you're not doing that yet, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and obviously share some some cool comments in the comment section of the live. So looking forward to meeting you there, and I'm gonna attach these both parties links here. Let me turn the music down a bit. Okay. So let's answer some questions, and then we'll close. We'll call it a day. Okay, there were some comments about they yet another bridge. We really need good and fast bridge for the incoming wave of new Starknet users. Absolutely. Yeah. RKO Gaming around 26 total action time to bridge is pretty dope. Absolutely. Hello, Henry. How are you doing? Loved your tweets, man. Thanks a lot, RKO. Can delegates delegate their voting power? As far as I remember, they can't. They if you're a delegate, and you think that you're not able to carry it out, your duties as a delegate, you can simply resign, right? But you can't delegate the voting power that the delegators have given to you. You can't delegate that to another delegate who's going to be more active than you in governance. That is not, as far as it is, like 90% sure that that is not possible. But make your own research about that. If you have a look at the Starknet governance hub that I shared, you should be able to find also the rules about that. Okay. So, guys, we've come to the end. Wish you, well, first of all, thanks a lot for coming to this StarkStream edition. We had, some cool conversations about the most important news that happened during this week on Starknet. Thanks a lot, really. And I wish you a great weekend. And obviously, hope to see you, everybody, on Tuesday for our StarkStream holidays edition. So, wish you a great weekend. And remember to share the Starknet vibe, and see you next time. Take care, guys. Cheers.